Alright guys, I promised an update video a little while ago and I apologize. I had to take some time off working on the car. I've been working on house projects plus dealing with some personal issues. I have severe nerve damage from burns and it gets in the way at sometimes. I have to limit the time I work on this thing and stuff like that. So here's what we've got going on. You can see I've got a vacuum block plumbed in here. We've got the Hobbs switch for the fuel pressure, or for the fuel pump, regulator, boost gauge, boost controller, blow off valve, all simple stuff. This will be the fresh air for the PCV system. It'll run down to a fitting that's down in the air filter that you can't see, but there is one there, I assure you. Basically what will happen is once the alternator's on, the catch can will get mounted over here. This line will get cut, teed, and have this monster check valve that I came up with put in to guarantee no boost goes into the crankcase. You can see the front end is all buttoned up and on. Intercooler blow-off valve kind of hangs out, but that's the way it's going to be. I painted the up pipe because I was tired of this shiny stuff. I'm not a chrome guy at all. Don't care for it. Doesn't make the car go faster. Doesn't need to be shiny. I'll probably leave the bottom one shiny because you can't see it. Trying to think what else I've done. I've taken the valve cover off on this side and pulled a couple of the rocker trunnions, tore them apart. Everything looked fine. It's got Summit trunnions in them. They look perfect. They've got about 2,000 miles on them. They've got no signs of wear in them. I know some people have some problems with them. I checked them out. They look good. I'm going to run them for another season or for the rest of this season and maybe take a look at them next year. I don't think it's going to be a concern at this point. You can see I've got the fuel pressure regulator set up, planning on running pressure transducer. It's just a cheap eBay one, just to get a sense of where the fuel pressure's at. I will probably either run the gauge here or gauge here and run the transducer off the opposite, just so I have a reference at both points to see what's good, what's bad. Interior wise, I haven't done a whole lot. I did get the boost gauge mounted. As you can see, it's up in there, all good, ready to go. We've got the lines. I just brought them down to the bottom of the dash so I could get started. So yeah. A lot more work to go. I've still got fuel pumps to put in. I'm still waiting on fuel line. I did get a rad cover. It's off a V6 car. So I'll just basically set there. I don't know if I'm going to leave it or paint it. It says 3.8 liter. Maybe trip a few people out. I don't know. You never know what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna leave it, but that's about the update for now. Yeah, it's just little stuff, some minor wiring, some minor plumbing. I'm gonna try to prime the engine, backfeeding it through the oil feed line for the turbo. I'll go ahead and prime the turbo as well, and then backfeed a few quarts through the pressure side of the motor until I get oil in the rockers. Then I'll probably roll it over a couple times, prime it a little bit more, finish off the crankcase, and then it should be pretty good. I do need a belt yet, and I guess I can show you my list of what's going on. Here's my list. We got fans, wideband O2. I need to move the wiring forward. Boost controller needs hooked up. Flex fuel to the PCM. Tack out came undone. I just had it butt connected, so it's all going to get soldered. The pressure transducer, I'm going to run to the EGR input so I can log it through the factory computer without having to go through the HP tuners box. Boost gauge lights, I've got to jump the low oil pressure sensor so it doesn't show on the dash. Brakes need bled. Fuel pressure, power steering needs fluid, coolant oils, plugs. Fuel lines I've already went over. Yeah, so we're getting close. I've got to decide what I'm going to do with the exhaust system and go from there. I'll probably touch it off uncorked like this. My father bought a new property that he's planning on getting a hoist for, so it would be nice to do the exhaust on a hoist rather than laying on my back on the concrete, but we'll see what kind of timeline he's planning on. I don't know. Sometimes he moves rather quick and other times not so much, so we'll wait and see. Also, I did fix the headlight motor. This one, you know, these have the famous plastic gears on the one side and metal on the other. I can show you what that gear looks like. It's pretty trashed, as you can see. That's what happens to them after, you know, a few years of operation. You can see it's just trash. So I put in a soft aluminum gear in it and it's good to go. So I'm getting there slowly but surely, you know. Work on it an hour here, hour there. I'll get there. Hopefully I can still make some hits this fall. You know, we're definitely not in good air at all. Now it's 85% humidity out and about 75 degrees today, so yeah, it's kind of crappy out. So I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.